Here's the field for the Monterey. At the rail is Law Journal. He's a 5-year-old bay gelding by Aaron's Isle out of the mare Libanella, owned and trained by Brian Sweeney. Sub-trainer is Carla Gaines, and the jockey is Rick Privatera at 106 pounds. Number 2 is Coax Me Clyde. He's by a 5-year-old bay horse by Longilor out of the mare Platterland, a Kentucky-bred racing for the Vista stable, trained by Barry Knight, and Ron Warren Jr. rides at 116. 3 is Marianne Egady's Chief Terracotta by Wajima from the mare Kiln. Steve Weiberg is the trainer, and Joe Judice rides at 115. 4 is Private Jet by Ice Capade out of the mare Temper the Wind. Kentucky-bred racing for the Golden State stable and trained by Danny White. Roberto Gonzalez is the jockey. 5 is Variety Road. 7-year-old bay horse by Kennedy Road from Variety Queen. Calbred, racing for Shell Cavalli, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer and Dale Bishop, and Ron Hansen rides, top weighted at 121. That's the field for this afternoon's Monterey Handicap. 4-1 on the board with Gonzalez. Already 3 wins for Roberto today. Variety Road, the heavy favorite, trained by Hollendorfer with Hansen, all in the gate for the Monterey. There they go. Private Jet is going to the front. Chief Terracotta's out second. Down at the rail, Coax Me Clyde is third. Variety Road gets fourth. Law Journal trails the field. Round the clubhouse turn. Private Jet getting out a bit as the lead off the rail. He's got 2.5 lengths. Chief Terracotta is second by a half a length. Coax Me Clyde is third. Variety Road is fourth. 2 lengths back to Law Journal. The field's going for the back stretch. Private Jet into the bed. He's got 3 lengths full of speed, and Chief Terracotta now moving up to challenge him. It's Coax Me Clyde down at the rail. Variety Road stepping along with him, and now Variety Road is moving up. He's in a good spot, only 3 lengths off it, and Law Journal, that lightweight, trails the field. 22-3 and 45-4 for the half. No problem for Private Jet. He's got 3 lengths, now settling down a bit. Gonzalez sets up on his withers and starts to ride a bit with Chief Terracotta, closing in with Variety Road, and Coax Me Clyde is at the rail fourth, about 3 back to Law Journal. They round the turn, and they're coming to the pace setter, Private Jet. Private Jet and Chief Terracotta's alongside Variety Road in the middle of the racetrack. Coax Me Clyde on the rail, they're in the stretch. Private Jet's under a drive. Chief Terracotta between horses. Variety Road doing what he does best, going to the lead. Variety Road on the outside. Hansen puts him in front now, pushes on him hard, gives him a left-handed crack, and he's got 1. Private Jet second. Variety Road, Private Jet, Variety Road. Returning the winner's circle for the Monterey Handicap is number 5, Variety Road. Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention to the winner's circle. Presenting the trophy to the winning connections of today's Monterey Handicap is Mr. William G. Crocker, Colonel of the United States Marine Corps, retired. Mr. Crocker is a longtime owner of thoroughbred horses and has been a member of the Daly City Rotary Club for 15 years. Mr. Crocker also played alongside Randolph Scott in the movie Gung Ho. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. William G. Crocker. Variety Road is a 7-year-old bay horse by Kennedy Road out of Variety Queen, racing for Shell Cavalli, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer. Ron Hansen did the riding in 134-4. Training double for Jerry Hollendorfer and a riding double for Ron Hansen. It's official. Variety Road home first. Private Jet second. 3, Chief Terracotta finishing third. 5-4 exacted, $22. In today's daily triple wagering, winning numbers 6, Don Be Nice, 7, Factor Myth, and 5, Variety Road, and it pays $193.80. Daily triple information now up on the alpha board in the infield. Here's the field for the Tizna. Number 1 is Variety Spice. 3-year-old bay filly by Sylvieville out of Variety Sis. Racing for Shell Cavalli, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer. The jockey is Roberto Gonzalez. 2 in the post parade is Golden Eagle Farms Book Collector. 5-year-old bay mare by Irish River from Laffit. Trained by Alan Severinsen and Denise Dietrich. Ron Warren is the jockey. 3 is Sweet Roberta. Sweet Roberta is by Don Roberto from Sweet Mermaid. She races for Bert Buckera, trained by Bill Shoemaker and ridden by Laffit Pincay Jr. at 120 pounds. 4 is Maroon Buck by Buckfinder out of Maroon Bell, a Kentucky bred who races for Michael Grider, trained by Ian P.D. Jory. Sub-trainer is Barry Tritchard and Joe Steiner does the riding. Breaking the post parade is the Fairs Farms Spectacular Face by Spectacular Bid from Ladyface, trained by Richard Mandela. The sub-trainer is Jim Hilling, and Ron Hansen is the rider. On the outside is number 6, Azusa, racing for the partnership of John Nicoletti and Blake Quinn by Flying Paster out of the mare Please Look, a California bred trained by Bob Martin and ridden today by Chad Schwanefelt at 114, 2 over the weight. There's 9 minutes till post time for the Tizna Breeders Cup Handicap on the turf. 4 to 5 on the board, and the favorite, Maroon Buck. Steiner up for Ian Jory. Right now at 30 to 1, the long shot. Spectacular Face for Richard Mandela with Hansen, and Azusa with Schwanevelt. They're all in the gate for the Tizna. There they go. Maroon Buck came away from the gate the best. Book Collector moves up to take the lead. Middle of the racetrack, Azusa is out third. Sweet Roberta settling down behind the 4-horse. On the inside, she's fourth. It's Variety Spice in fifth, and Spectacular Face, the gray filly, trails. And opening up, Book Collector has 7 lengths that quick, and she takes the lead into the clubhouse turn. Maroon Buck is second, racing in third, Azusa. Sweet Roberta had to steady off of heels, fourth on the rail. 2 lengths back to Variety Spice, and the trailer is Spectacular Face. They move into the back stretch, and Book Collector has 10 open lengths. Ron Warren puts her out there on the bit. She's got 10. In second, Maroon Buck by a half a length. Azusa is third by 2. Sweet Roberta took back just a bit. She moves out for room. She's got about 15 lengths to make up. 16 and a half to make up for Variety Spice, and Spectacular Face trails. 23 and 1 for the quarter, 46 and 3 for the half. The local filly, Book Collector. She's got the lead. Now she's got 6 lengths. Into second, Maroon Buck only by a neck. Azusa's gaining ground. So is Sweet Roberta. The pace setter is beginning to come back. The race begins to pick up. And Variety Spice also coming on. Spectacular Face, they turn for home. Warren setting down and begins to drive. Book Collector's got the lead by 1. Azusa's up to challenge in the middle of the racetrack. The hot spot. Pincay and Sweet Roberta take the lead. Spectacular Face on the outside. Sweet Roberta, she's going to the whip now, left-handed, keeping the lead from Spectacular Face. Sweet Roberta in the Tizna. Returning to the winner's circle for the 11th running of the Tizna Breeders' Cup Handicap is number 3, Sweet Roberta. And ladies and gentlemen, in the winner's circle today, presenting a beautiful floral bouquet and trophy to the winning connections of the feature race, popular horse owners Dan and Bonnie Emo. In the winner's circle, Sweet Roberta, 6-year-old chestnut mare by Don Roberto out of the mare Sweet Mermaid. She's bred in France and races for Bert Baccarat. Trained by Bill Shoemaker and ridden to victory by Laffit Pincay Jr. in 1:43.4. Eighth and feature race, the 11th running of the Tizna official. Sweet Roberta first. 5 Spectacular Face second. And 6 Azusa finished third. 3-5 exacted $26. Today's daily triple information is up next. In the 6th race, the winner number 9 Sailor Gordon. 3 This Is Forever. And number 3 Sweet Roberta, $45. That information now appears on the alpha board in the infield. And now we'll go down to the winner's circle for an interview with the winning jockey and trainer, Bill Shoemaker and Laffit Pincay. Brian?
All right, Danny, thank you. The winning team here with Sweet Roberta. First of all, Laffit, tell us about your ride out there. How'd the race unfold for you?
Well, she was running very nice the first quarter of a mile. She was on the beat, and she felt like she wanted to run. And then I got a little trouble going to the first turn because the outside horse might came in a little bit, and he got me a little bit tight in the rail. And after that, she kind of lost interest in the race. So after that, by the 5 pole, I started really asking her because I felt like she wanted to drop back.
Were you ever worried about the pace setter, letting her get too far away?
No, I wasn't worried about him. He opened up so many lanes, I thought he might stop, but I was worried about the other 2 second horses.
All right, thank you, Laffit. Bill, you've just got this mare in your barn, but you've already found the key.
Well, I don't know if I found the key or not, but Laffit rode her like a champ, which she is, and I changed some equipment on her. I took the blinkers off of her. I thought maybe that would help her a little bit, and apparently it did. She probably needed a race, but she ran a great race anyway.
Well, you've got 3 stakes victories in the last week and a half or so. You're hot with the big money races.
Well, I hope I stay that way. We've got another one here coming up in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. You have a horse nominated to the Ascot. Are we going to see you back up here for that?
I think so, yes.
All right, thank you. Bill Shoemaker and Laffit Pincay Jr. And let's go back to the replays.
Here's the field for the Courtship Stakes. Number 1 is Love Conquers All. 2-year-old chestnut filly by Romeo from the mare Ganadora, owned by John H. Dieter, trained by Jim Benedict and Barbara Bradley, and the jockey is Ron Warren Jr. 2 is Cassie June, a 2-year-old bay filly by Pac-Mania from Perilous Days, racing for Marianne Egedy, trained by Steve Weiberg and ridden by Joe Giudice. 3 is Spirited Susan. She's by Native Prospector out of Lady Colleen, racing for the Winning Way stable, trained by Pete Miller. Sub-trainer Renee Amescu and Laffit Pincay Jr. rides from post 3. 4 is Ray du Nord by Bataneer from Canadian Jill, racing for Barbara A. Walter, trained by Don Eichelberry, and the jockey is Rickey Frazier. 5 is Dragonetta by Shinkite from the mare Legendary, racing for Bizant and Vanderway. R.V. Bizant is the trainer and Tom Chapman the jockey. On the outside is a West of Mind by Flying Paster from the mare Preza Sentiment, racing for Donald R., David A. Disney, and Helen Sadi. Jerry Hollendorfer and Dale Bishop, the trainers. The jockey is Roberto Gonzalez. That's the field for the Courtship Stakes at 6 furlongs. 7 minutes. Susan at 7-2. Ray du Nord, 16-1 on the board. Dragonetta at 4. And a West of Mine on the outside. The Courtship Stakes. 6 2-year-old fillies. 6 furlongs, 50,000 all in the gate. There they go. Middle of the racetrack. On the rail now, Love Conquers All. Going to the front, Cassie June out second. Spirited Susan is in third. A West of Mine is off fourth. Back 2 going to be Ray du Nord. And the trailer's Dragonetta down the back stretch. On the rail, Love Conquers All, showing in front by 3/4 of a length. Cassie June between horses, second ahead. Spirited Susan is third. Then on the outside, a West of Mine. At the rail is Ray the Northern Dragonetta. Round the turn, Love Conquers All. She's got a length on the lead. In between horses, Spirited Susan by a head. Cassie June right there at the rail. A West of Mine on the outside. Ray the Nord at the rail. Behind those is Dragonetta with some run. She'll come out. If she gets some room, she'll close well into the stretch. Love Conquers All's got 2.5, 3 lengths. Down on the rail, Cassie June now seeing daylight is second and driving. Dragonetta, Spirited Susan through the stretch. It's Love Conquers All and Cassie June driving hard on the rail. Middle of the racetrack, Dragonetta, Love Conquers All. Dragonetta head and head. We've got a photo for the win and place. Please hold all tickets. Show number 1, Love Conquers All first. Dragonetta the 5 second, 2 Cassie June third, 3 Spirited Susan was fourth. Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention to the winner's circle. Presenting the trophy to the winning connections of today's Courtship Stakes is Mr. John C. Harris, President of the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association and owner and operator of Harris Farms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. John C. Harris. Returning to the winner's circle is number 1, undefeated Love Conquers All, 2-year-old chestnut filly by Romeo from the mare Ganadora. She races for John H. Dieter and is trained by Jim Benedict and Barbara Bradley and was ridden to victory by Ron Warren Jr. in the time of 1:10.3. Race 6, 17th running of the Courtship Stakes official. Love Conquers All first. 5, Dragonetta second. Number 2, Cassie June third. Race 7 up next. Here's the field for the Juvenile Stakes. One is Charlie's Mania by Pac Mania from Charlie, racing for the Circle K Enterprises, trained by Terry Malia. Joe Judice does the riding. 2 is Crystal's Game by Crystal Water out of Pallure Game, racing for George M. Horrick, the Clearview Farms, trained by James Vance. Rickey Frazier is the jockey. Show Them Your Heels is number 3 by To Be or Not from Jackie Bill, racing for the S88 stable, trained by Larry Sterling Jr., and the rider is Tom Chapman. 4 is River Road Tom by Worthy Endeavor from Balcony Chris, racing for Gladys M. Roberts, trained by Francis Henderson, and the jockey is Ron Hansen. 5 is Keith Christensen's Windsor's Present by Big Presentation from Windsor Hostess, trained by Greg James. Miguel Espindola is the jockey. 6 is 10 DJ's Jammin' by Pocketful and Vale out of Quayla B, racing for T.E. and Tammy Nowlin, trained by Kenny Jumps and ridden by Laffit Pincay Jr. 7 is Rich Minute by Shankai out of My Sister Joyce, racing for Dawn and Catherine Colquitt and John Evanston. Greg Ottenson is the trainer and Russell Bays is the jockey. That's the field for the San Mateo Juvenile Stakes at 6 furlongs. These Mania Crystals games, show them your heels in. River Road, Tom Windsor's present. 10, DJ's jamming. Waiting for Rich Minute, all in the gate. San Mateo Juvenile Stakes. There they go. Rich Minute on the outside, right between horses, show them your heels. 10, DJ's jamming going up. Charlie's Mania along the rail. Crystal's game fights it out between horses. Trailer early in this field is River Road Tom. Down the backstretch, Charlie's Mania cleared. He's got one length. In second is Windsor's present by a head. Outside of that one is 10, DJ's jamming right on his hip. Crystal's game is up along the inside. Followed back by Show Them Your Heels around the turn. That's Rich Minute with one beaten. River Road Tom trails. Round the turn, Charlie's Mania showing in front. In second is Windsor's present. He's right behind. And they went the half in 45 and 3 in the juvenile. They turn for home. Charlie's Mania 21-1. He's an upset possibility. Got 2.5 lengths. Here comes Crystal's game after him. Windsor's present. And Rich Minute through the stretch. Charlie's Mania. Here's Crystal's game. A good colt. He'll stay undefeated. Crystal's game in front. Two, 1, 7, 5. Unofficial hold all tickets. Returning the winner's circle for the San Mateo Juvenile Stakes, number 2, Crystal's Game. Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention to the winner's circle. Presenting the trophy to the winning connections of today's San Mateo Juvenile Stakes is Ronell Hiller, Northern California Director for the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Miss Ronell Hiller. Crystal's Game in the winner's circle. He's a 2-year-old bay gelding by Crystal Water from Palour Game, racing for George M. Horrick, the Clearview Farms, trained by James Vance. Ridden to victory by Rickey Frazier in 111. Eighth race official, number 2, Crystal's Game first. 1, Charlie's Mania second. 7, Rich Minute third. For the Bay Meadows, Budweiser Breeders Cup Handicap. Just Deeds is at the rail by Bowes Eagle from Shaky Footing, a California bred. The race is for Ray Delbeck, Lloyd Mason and Barbara Hagan, the trainers. Thomas Chapman does the riding. 2 is On a Roll by Green Dancer out of Roundup Rose, a Florida bred, racing for Brant French Jr. and Lucas. D. Wayne Lucas, the trainer, and the jockey is Kim Davis. 3 is Frost Free by It's Freezing from the mare In Abstina, Kentucky bred, racing for the Triple Dot Dash stable and Vandervoot. John Sadler is the trainer and the jockey is Gary Stevens. Number 4 is Waterscape by Waterbank from Shady Spring, a Kentucky bred, racing for John and Young El Alpiza. Scott Henry, the trainer, and the rider is Ron Warren Jr. Scratch Valley Land in the post parade. 6 is Earn Your Stripes. 6-year-old bay horse by Little Current from Conveniently, bred in Florida, racing for Glen Hill Farm, trained by Harry Proctor, and the jockey is Patrick Valenzuela. 7 is Native Wood by He's Our Native from Woodland, a California bred, racing for the Cubican stable, Luis P. Blanco. Luis Blanco is the trainer and Rick Privatera is the jockey. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to make a special Bay Meadows welcome for champion riders Gary Stevens and Patrick Valenzuela, who visit us from down south. Jockey Ron Warren, 11-1. Earn Your Stripes at 8-5. Native Wood, 14-1. All in the gate. There they go. Native Wood on the outside and Frost Free between horses. Shoot for the early lead. Right there, too, in the middle of the pack goes Waterscape to challenge. Back of those along the inside. On a roll. Down at the rail comes Just Deeds in the trailer in the early going. Earn Your Stripes. Down the back stretch, Waterscape scoots up, gets the lead. Native Wood on the outside challenging him. And On a Roll shoots up along the inside. Frost Free is battling between horses. Earn Your Stripes begins to gain ground, and he's in a good spot right off the leader's 5th. 2 lengths back to Just Deeds, who now trails. Round the turn, Waterscape's taken on Frost Free. Those two doing battle. Native Wood, the 3-year-old's on the outside. Valenzuela's all dressed up, nowhere to go on Earn Your Stripes if he gets some racing room, and he found a hole. Here comes Earn Your Stripes. Earn Your Stripes on the outside, middle of the track. A crafty ride by Valenzuela put him a length in front. Here's the 16th marker. No doubt about today's winner. Earn Your Stripes in front. Number 6, Earn Your Stripes first. 3, Frost Free second. 1, Just Deeds finished third. 4, Waterscape was fourth. Returning to the winner's circle for today's feature race, the 7th race, the 11th running of the Bay Meadows Budweiser Breeders Cup Handicap is number 6, Earn Your Stripes. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the trophy for the Bay Meadows Budweiser Breeders' Cup to the winning owners of Glen Hill Farms this afternoon, representing Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, is Mr. Lou Matagrado. Congratulations again to Glen Hill Farms for winning the Bay Meadows Budweiser Breeders' Cup. Returning the winner's circle, here's the 6, Earn Your Stripes. 6-year-old bay horse by Little Current from Conveniently, Florida bred, racing for Glen Hill Farm, trained by Harry Proctor. Ridden to victory by Patrick Valenzuela in 108 and 2. It's official. Number 6, Earn Your Stripes first. 3, Frost Free second. 1, Just Deeds third. 6-3 exacta, $28. Pick 6 information up next. Introducing the field for the first running of the Region 1 of Final 14. Flame's Choice is at the rail with Jockey Hansen. 3-year-old filly by Always a Choice from Flame Commander. This Washington bred races for Dave and Jill Herensberger. Dick Wright is the trainer. Raffar is number 2, racing for Sebastian, Ross Aglio, Ray Ricchetti, and Richard Fritsch. Steve Weiberg is the trainer and the jockey, Roberto Gonzalez. 3 is Advocate Training by Desert Wine from the mare Desire, racing for the Golden Eagle Farm, trained by Gary Jones and Bill Delia. Chris McCarron rides at 126 pounds. Number 4 is Robin Plunder, California bred, who's by Pirates Bounty from the mare Lace Pillow, racing for Diamond Jim Enterprises, Harris Farms Incorporated, and Eidson. Jim Benedict and Barbara Bradley are the trainers. Randy Schatt does the riding. The outside is Lincoln Logger. Lincoln Logger is a 6-year-old bay gelding bred in Washington State from the sire Cartujo out of Lintessa, owned by Lorraine Ralph and trained by Gordon Blatt. Kerry Corsillo is the jockey. That's the field for the Region 1 Final 14. First running here at Bay Meadows. 9 minutes till post time. 9 minutos hasta carrera número 3. 9 minutos. Flame's Choice, Raffar, Advocate Training, and Robin Plunder have entered the gate. Lincoln Logger, the last to load, all in the gate. There they go. Outside, Robin Plunder's gone to the front. Advocate Training out second. They'll go heads apart. Middle of the track, Lincoln Logger. Back to Raffar in third, and Flame's Choice. Heading into the clubhouse turn. Advocate Training showing in front of half a length. In second, Robin Plunder. Raffar is third, 2 lengths back. Lincoln Logger settles down fourth. In the last horse is Flame's Choice. Heading for the back stretch. Advocate Training has the lead off the rail, got 1 length. Robin Plunder is racing in second, 2 lengths to Raffar. Raffar's down to the inside. He's only 3 lengths off the leader. Nice, comfortable pace. They go down the back stretch, covered wagon style. Lincoln Logger is racing in fourth, 2 lengths back to Flame's Choice. The 3-year-old filly trails half in 47-3. McCarron nursing Advocate Training. He's got the lead only by a neck. And Robin Plunder moved down inside of him second, 4 lengths to Raffar. Then on the outside, it's Lincoln Logger with 1 beat, and that's Flame's Choice. Round the turn. So far, Advocate Training has turned away Robin Plunder, but Robin Plunder staying after him on the inside. Raffar is third. Here comes Flame's Choice. She has gained some ground. They turn for home. Into the stretch. Middle of the racetrack, well off the rail. McCarron just hand riding and now goes to work. Advocate Training keeps it over Robin Plunder, and he'll keep Robin Plunder down in the trench second. Through the stretch, Advocate Training now dropped down to the pine doing his work, got 2. It's Region 1 Final 14, Advocate Training in front. Number 3, Advocate Training first. 4, Robin Plunder second. Photo for show. Please hold all tickets. 4-5-2. Region 1 Final 14 unofficial. Hold all tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention to the winner circle, presenting the trophy to the winning connections of today's Region 1 race of the Final 14 tournament are Mr. Steve Urban, coordinator of the Final 14 tournament, Mr. Gene Metz, chairman of the Northern California Horsemen's Benevolent and Protective Association, and Mr. Charlie Doherty Jr., representative of the Northern California HBPA. The Final 14 tournament is sponsored by the HBPA, and the $250,000 championship race will be run on the Sunday, October 14th at Bay Meadows. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. Steve Urban, Mr. Gene Metz, and Mr. Charlie Doherty Jr. In the winner's circle, here's Advocate Training, 4-year-old bay colt by Desert Wine from the mare Desire, racing for the Golden Eagle Farm, trained by Gary Jones and Bill Delia. In the saddle, Premier rider Chris McCarron, 1:42.3 the running time. It's official. Number 3, Advocate Training first. 4, Robin Plunder home second. 5, Lincoln Logger third. 3-4 exacta, $16. Here's the field for the Super Moment. Number 1 is Coax Me Clyde by Laungelure out of the mare Planterland, a Kentucky bred racing for the Vista stable, trained by Barry Knight, and jockey Joe Steiner does the riding. 2 is Sheikh Mohammed, Bin Rashid Al Maktoum's Dream of Fame. 4-year-old bay stud by Pretorius from Snooze Time, an Ireland bred trained by Gary Jones, sub-trainers Bill Delia, and the jockey is Ron Warren Jr. 3 is the Golden State Stables Private Jet by Ice Capade out of the mare Temper the Wind, Kentucky bred, trained by Danny White and ridden by Roberto Gonzalez. 4 is Wave to Me by Vigers from Hill Flag, California bred, racing for Eddie Harrop. Dominic Fama, the trainer, and Arnoldo Unciwe does the riding. 5 is Variety Road by Kennedy Road from Variety Queen, a California bred, racing for Shell Cavalli, trained by Jerry Hollendorfer, and the rider is Ron Hansen, top weighted at 122. Fairly Affirmed races for Joe Bertolucci and Joe Scheid. By Affirmed from Fair Advantage, a Kentucky bred trained by Brett Fanning and Bob Janot. Van Belvoir is the rider. 7, Esker Island by Aaron's Isle from the mare Coxolo, a Kentucky bred racing for Steve Davison, trained by Randy Gullett. Rickey Frazier does the riding. On the outside is Marianne Egady's Chief Terracotta by Wajima from Klin, also a Kentucky bred, trained by Steve Weiberg and ridden by Joe Judice. That's the field for today's Super Moment Handicap, the 6th edition. It is now post time. Coax Me Clyde, Dream of Fame, Wave to Me, and Variety Road have entered the gate. Fairly Affirmed is in. Esker Island in the starting gate. Private Jet went in. He loaded next to last, waiting on Chief Terracotta. They're all in the gate for the Super Moment Handicap. There they go. On the inside, Private Jet is going to the front. On the rail, Coax Me Clyde out second. Chief Terracotta into third. Dream of Fame off fourth. Wave to Me between horses fifth. Variety Road is racing sixth. Esker Island, and the trailer is Fairly Affirmed. Under the wire the first time. Moving for the bend. It's Private Jet on the outside. Coax Me Clyde towards the rail. Now Private Jet takes the lead and drops over to the rail. Coax Me Clyde still second. Chief Terracotta in a good spot third. 2 lengths off the lead, going strong. Dream of Fame, he's in tight at the rail, just steadies back a tad. 2 lengths back to Wave to Me. Wave to Me's got 1 length on Variety Road, who races at the rail. 2 in front of Esker Island, and Fairly Affirmed still trails. The pace quickens as Private Jet take it 2 lengths on Coax Me Clyde. Chief Terracotta is third by a head. Dream of Fame fourth. Wave to Me fifth. Variety Road on the rails sixth. Then Esker Island seventh, and Fairly Affirmed has gained ground. On the turn, the field begins to bunch up, but they still got to get Private Jet. Now Coax Me Clyde right there. Dream of Fame's got to wait at the rail. He's got a roadblock coming around in a hurry. On the outside as they turn for home, here's Esker Island. Esker Island in the middle of the racetrack, coming on in the stretch to get up to the lead now with Private Jet. Esker Island takes command. Down at the rail, driving hard, Dream of Fame, and here's Variety Road with that patented late kick. He's going to have to hurry to get Esker Road and Private Jet. Esker Island has the lead. Esker Island in front. Number 7, Esker Island first. Returning to the winner's circle for today's feature race, the 6th running of the Super Moment Handicap. It's number 7, Esker Island. Ladies and gentlemen, may we direct your attention to the winner's circle. Presenting the trophy to the winning connections of today's Super Moment Handicap is Mr. George Washington Corte, a prominent San Francisco attorney. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome for Mr. George Washington Corte. In the winner's circle is Esker Island. 4-year-old bay gelding by Aaron's Isle from Coxolo. Bred by the Loblolly Stable in Kentucky. Racing for Steve Davison and trained by Randy Gullett. Ridden to victory by Rickey Frazier in 144. Number 3, Private Jet was second. 5, Variety Road third. And the 4, Wave to Me fourth. It's official. 7-3 exacta. Esker Island and Private Jet, 682.50. Daily triple information up next. The winning numbers: 7, Eagle Canyon. 7, Fleetsville, and 7, Esker Island, 442.40. That information now appears on the alpha board in the infield.